Schooling and community were at the centre of the messages of this intergenerational march at the University of British Columbia today. The event started with stories and performances that serve to highlight the ongoing impact that residential schools have had on survivors, their families and the wider community. I spoke to Jeremy Jones, who works in this space. He's also experienced intergenerational trauma in his own family.
I think it's important to highlight the histories and legacies of Indian Residential School because it's a part of our history. And not only is it a part of our history, it's a part of living memory. We still have survivors, and some who are not that old, as the last residential school closed in the 90s. So this is not a forgotten history. This is in our lived memory. And as an intergenerational survivor, both of my parents attended the Indian Residential School, and that I see how my father navigates the world with his what he was brought up in, and still finds ways to center joy and healing.
Now, this event attracts people from all different walks of life. I spoke to some of them about exactly why they wanted to be here today.
It's sad, it's very traumatic. It's a heavy feeling that you feel when you hear the stories. But also I do feel celebration of our culture. Like, I feel happy today that I see so many people come out here, and so many people every year and year, there's more and more people learning about our history and learning it from a decolonial lens.
So basically, I'm also a newcomer here, so I would like to learn more about here's culture. So I know that I would like to know more about its histories, and so I just try to learn more about here.
It's wonderful to see more people come, and it's wonderful always to hear the stories from the residential school survivors, and every time you hear a personal story, it just hits you more deeper in your heart about the atrocities that happened at those residential schools.
Now, this is a more reflective part of the day here. We've got people stopped in this space reflecting on the things that they've learned today, stories. We've got people planting messages in the ground here, calls for reconciliation, a way to bring the messages of this event forward from today. Georgie Smythe, CBC News, Vancouver.